If you don't know what Peloton is, you can basically buy a fitness bike for $2,000 and it has an iPad on it. The growth for them is amazing. They've basically doubled revenue the past 2 years. They are losing money, but there's huge growth. So looking at Peloton at their S1, I was reading through it and I was searching for how many times they used the word platform. It came up 96 times in the S1. And they also use things like social and network and all this kind of stuff. Here, I'll show you. 94 times, sorry. And so it is Peloton a platform company. They say that we are the largest interactive fitness platform in the world with a loyal community of over 1.4 million members. Now, if you don't know what Peloton is, you can basically buy a fitness bike for $2,000 and it has an iPad on it. Now, that would be somewhat, that's overgeneralizing.
Not a very generous interpretation.
Nick Johnson, co-author with me on the book. But it is actually tracking how vigorously you are biking, and it's feeding all of that data into the iPad. You can just download the iPad app and get a membership where now you get access to the content. But the content is linear. Right? And how would you describe it?
My understanding, Peloton basically makes most of that content themselves. They have, backgrounds and things you can bike through.
Well, they have trainers that will have you in live sessions.
Right.
And those trainers are their trainers on their balance sheet.
Right. They basically have a bunch of service providers that they hire and pay for that you get as part of this $2,000 bike service that you purchased.
Plus, I think it's
a subscription fee,
$40 a month as well. $39 a month. It's great. And if you're a digital only subscriber, it's $19.49 a month. And look, the growth for them is amazing. They basically doubled revenue the past 2 years.
Yep.
They are losing money, but there's huge growth, which clearly, investors in these kinds of businesses highly appreciate. And what the interesting thing is they were saying is that they actually raised the price of the bike, and because their customers are more affluent.
Right.
And so the customers thought the bike was too cheap, and that actually cheapened the product. So they basically just raised the price of the bike, and then the products seemed to be more appropriately targeted or priced for this demographic that they were going after. So that was really interesting.
Good position to be in.
Raise the price, and this seems like a better quality product to me. Okay. But look, all of that said, it seems like a great company. The one platform-ish dynamic that they have is the social networking model where you can have friends and then you can see if other friends are taking classes, and there's a competitive dynamic to see who is exercising more and harder and more aggressively and who is not. But, is that does that make them a social network?
Well, I think we go back and look at, for the Platform Insights product and looking at, is this a platform? Do they make revenue from this? It seems like this is an add-on feature for them. There's no real core transaction that generates revenue here. So if you were to say, would we consider them a platform business? Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, or they may have a platform dynamic, but it's not a material part of the business.
Right.
Hence, they are a linear, technology company with an integrated bike product.
Yep.
Doesn't mean that the company is bad. Or overpriced. I don't know exactly where they're going to IPO at.
I think you're seeing a lot more of these kinds of smart fitness products taking off and coming out. I think Peloton was one of the early movers, so I expect in the next 3 to 5 years you're going to start seeing some bigger competition coming in for them. But they've definitely got a good niche that they've narrowed out for themselves, and definitely think there's some opportunity there.
Hi, this is Alex Mozed. Thanks for joining us on Winner Take All. If you enjoyed the content today, which I bet you did, please comment, subscribe, and definitely message me on Twitter when we're doing live streams. Also, please note, all opinions expressed about stocks or public companies on the show are exactly that, opinions. This is not investment advice. Don't act on it. WisdomTree licensed Applico's Platform Insights data product to aid in the creation of the PLAT ETF. Thanks for joining us.